It's time for another lesson. Today's lesson is about writing an equation if you are given a slope and a point. You should know how to write an equation if you are given a slope and a y-intercept. You should know how to write an equation given 2 points. You should know how to write an equation given a table. You should know how to write an equation given a graph. Today, you are going to be writing an equation given just a slope and a single point. Here's our first example. M is equal to negative 2/5. That means the slope is negative 2/5. The point that we wanted to go through is 5, 2. Okay, well, we know that the equation is y equals mx plus b. And we know that the slope is negative 2/5, that m is negative 2/5. So I can write it as y equals negative 2/5 x plus b. And notice, to finish this off, all we need to do is find what b is. Well, the first time on this special equation, I want to find b in a different way. I'm going to find b using an activity. And to start with, I need to first rewrite negative 2/5 as negative 0.4. Those two are the same value. I know that you should always write slope as a fraction, and that is still the case. This is a special case. I'm writing it as a decimal for this case. All right, switching over to a Desmos activity. And yes, you have access to this Desmos activity based upon it's in the assignment for today, so you can look at that later on. Okay, you'll notice the point is 5, 2, and there's the point at 5, 2. There's the equation, y equals mx plus b. b is equal to negative 1, and m is negative 0.4. So the m is correct, but notice the b is wrong because it's not going through that point. I'm going to move that slider around and watch what happens to b as I move that slider. As I go up, it goes higher. As I go down, the line goes lower, higher, lower. As b changes, the line moves up and down. I want to move it to the point where it goes directly through that point, and there it is, and b is equal to 4. And notice over here on the y-axis, it goes right through 4. So that's the b that we need for this one. Switch over to here. Since we know that's the case, I can write that as y equals negative 2/5 x plus 4. Let's see if that actually worked. Y here is 2. So I'll write 2 for y. Negative 2/5. X is 5. So I'll put in 5 for that. Plus 4. Let's see if that works. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 1 times negative 2 is negative 2, so this turns into 2 equals negative 2 plus 4. Negative 2 plus 4 is 2, and 2 equals 2, and that's true, so that is the correct equation. Check. Now, you're not always going to have Desmos to go to figure these out, and oftentimes it won't work for you because b will be hard to find. So I want to teach you how to do this using just paper and pencil, or iPad and finger, as things go. All right, well, here m is 7/2, and the point is 28/6. So first thing you want to do is write down y equals 7/2 x plus b. Second thing you want to do is erase y and replace it with the y value, which in this case is 6. Next thing you want to do is erase x and replace it with the x value, which is 28. And you need to put it in parentheses just so it doesn't look confusing. All right, let's figure out what b is now. First thing, 28 divided by 2 is 14. 14 times 7 is 70 plus 28 is 98. So 6 equals 98 plus b. Subtract 98 from both sides. You get negative 92 b is negative 92. So therefore, y equals 7/2 x minus 92. Minus 92 because it was negative 92. If it was positive 92, I would have put plus 92. And that should be the equation. I just want to check it to make sure. 28 divided by 2 is 14. 14 times 7 is 70 plus 28 is 98. 98 minus 92 is 6, and that is B. Therefore, this is the right equation. Let's try another one. In this example, the slope is negative 2/9. The point is 45/20. This is the x, this is the y. So I will write y equals negative 2/9 x plus b. I will erase the y and replace it with 20. And I'm replacing that with 20 because y is 20. Then I'm going to take out the x. I'm going to replace it with 45, parentheses again. And why am I doing that? Well, because x is 45. So let's solve this and find out what b is. 45 divided by 5 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. In this case, it will be negative 18 plus b. Up here, we subtracted 98 because that was positive 98. In this case, this is negative 18, so we're going to add 18. I get 38 equals b, and the equation will be y equals negative 2/9 x plus 38. Done. Fourth example. 20 is y, negative 16 is x, m is 3/8, so 20 equals 3/8 times negative 16 plus b. Negative 16 divided by 8 is negative 2. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6 plus b. 20 is there. This is negative 6, so we'll add 6. Add 6. 26 equals b. Y equals 3/8 x plus 26 is the equation. Fifth example. Y is negative 8. X is 15. So we start off with negative 8 plus, not plus, equals negative 4/3 times 15 plus b. Negative 8 equals 15 divided by 3 is 5. 5 times 4 is 20. In this case, negative 20 plus 6 plus b. That's negative 20, so plus 20 plus 20. 12 equals b. The equation is y equals negative 4/3 x plus 12. And that's how you do this. Please ask any questions if you